Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will show you how to crochet this color block cardigan. In this video I will show you how to crochet the cardigan in size small, and for other sizes please refer to my blog. You can find the link to my blog in the description box below. For this project you will need a scissor, stitch markers, 4mm crochet hook, DK yarn, approximately 200 grams for each color. We're gonna start off this project by making the right sleeve. Make a slip knot and chain 56. Now for row 1, we're going to half double crochet in the third chain from hook here, and after that just half double crochet in each of the stitch across. And row 1 will be the indicator that you are facing the right side of your work. When you are done with row 1, you should get a total of 54 half double crochet. After that, just chain 2 and turn your work around. Now for row 2, we're going to place 2 half double crochet in the very first stitch here to increase the number of stitches. And row 2 will be the indicator that you are facing the wrong side of your work. Just continue to half double crochet in each of the stitch across. Now just going to continue with this pattern. Like for row 2, we add 1 half double crochet in the beginning, and then for the next row 3 we're not going to add any stitch, and for row 4 we're going to add 1 half double crochet in the beginning too. So it was like on row 2, row 4 and row 6 you will add 1 half double crochet to shape the neckline. And just continue with this pattern until row 27. Now continue by chaining 2, turn your work around, and just continue to half double crochet in each of the stitch across. So for row 3 we're not going to add stitch in the beginning of the row. As you can see, this is the side where we're going to add 1 stitch. Now chain 2, turn your work around, place 2 half double crochet in the very first stitch, and just continue to half double crochet in each of the stitch across. So we're going to repeat this pattern until row 27. As you can see, we added 1 half double crochet in the beginning of row 2 and row 4. And we're going to repeat the pattern alternately to increase the number of stitches, and that's how we expand our work to shape the neckline. And at the end of your row you should get a total of 67 half double crochet. So this is the look of your work now. You should end row 27 with the regular row where you don't have to add 1 stitch in the beginning. Now count from right to left and leave 30 stitches unworked, and this is for the sleeve. And the rest of the stitch we're going to use a new color for the body. Now place a stitch marker here on the 38th stitch, and this is for the sleeve. Okay, so we're going to leave 30 stitches unworked for the sleeve, and the remaining 37 stitches is for the front part of the body, and we're going to use a new yarn color. Now with a new yarn color, we're going to insert your hook in the next stitch, grab your yarn, and then we're going to chain 2. So this is how I join my new yarn. You can use any other method that you prefer. Now for row 28, we're just going to half double crochet in each of the stitch across, and we're going to continue this until row 54, and that is a total of another 27 rows of half double crochet. Okay, now I'm done with the first row of a new yarn color. I'm going to chain 2 and then turn my work around and just continue to half double crochet in each of the stitch across, and we're not going to add any stitches here. There will be no increase, so it's just regular half double crochet until row 54. This is how your work should look like when you are done with 27 rows of half double crochet, and now it would be a total of 54 rows, 27 rows each color. And now we're going to chain 1 and just cut off your yarn, and we will start with a new yarn color. Okay, again, this is how I join a new yarn. You can use any other method that you prefer. So I'm just gonna insert my hook, pull up a loop, and this I'm just gonna grab and pull up the yarn to tighten it up, and just chain 2, and then I'm just going to half double crochet in the stem stitch where you join the yarn, and continue to half double crochet in each of the stitches across. So you will do this until row 81, and that is another 27 rows of half double crochet. Now when you are done, your work should look like this. You should get a total of 81 rows with 27 rows of each color. And now let's continue to do the right sleeve and the body. Just cut off your yarn and put this aside. Okay, just like the right sleeve, you're going to start off with a slip knot and chain 56, and after that you're going to half double crochet in the third chain from your hook and in each stitches across, and when you are done, just chain 2 and turn your work around. Okay, for the right sleeve, we add 1 half double crochet in the beginning of row, but for the left sleeve, we're going to add 1 half double crochet in the end of row. So just continue to half double crochet till the end of row, and when you reach the end, when you only have 1 stitch left, you're going to place 2 half double crochet in that last stitch. So instead of increasing the stitches on the right side, we're going to increase it on the left side. Now chain 2 and then turn your work around and just continue with half double crochet till the end of your work, and just continue doing this alternately until row 27. So let's compare with the right sleeve. Here you're adding 1 half double crochet in the beginning of row 2, but for the left sleeve you're going to add half double crochet in the end of row 2. So just continue to do the pattern alternately until row 27. Okay, now you're going to leave 30 stitches unworked. Just count from left to right and place a stitch marker, and we're going to join a new yarn color on this side. Now we're going to insert your hook here in the very first stitch, and with a new yarn color you're going to grab the yarn, pull through, chain 2, and just continue to half double crochet in each of the stitches across. Now just continue until you reach the stitch marker, and you should get a total of 37 half double crochet. Now chain 2 and turn your work around, and just continue with this pattern just like the other side, and you should get a total of 81 rows, 27 rows for each color. And this is how your work should look like now for both sides. So I'm just gonna cut off the yarn and continue to do the back part. Now for the back part, facing the right side of your work, we're going to join the shoulder as we crochet the back part. So we're going to start off by joining the left sleeve first. Let me show you how to do it. Insert your hook in the first stitch. I'm going to join yarn, yarn over and pull up a loop. Just gonna grab the yarn and tighten it up, and then I'm going to chain 2, half double crochet in the same stitch, and just half double crochet in each stitch across. You should get a total of 54 half double crochet. Now I'm going to put a stitch marker in the last stitch. Next we are going to create the neckline, and for the neckline we're going to create 26 foundation half double crochet. So just yarn over, insert your hook in the chain stitch, and then chain 1, and then yarn over and then pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook in the first chain 1, yarn over, pull through, chain 1, yarn over, and just pull through all 3 loops on your hook. So that is how you make a foundation half double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook in the first chain 1, we're gonna pick both loops, yarn over, pull through, chain 1, and just yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. So just continue until you get a total of 26 foundation half double crochet. Now when you are done with your foundation half double crochet, we're going to continue to join the right shoulder with another foundation half double crochet. Let me show you how to do it. Yarn over, insert your hook in the chain stitch, and we're not gonna chain 1, we're just going to pick up the right shoulder and then insert your hook in the very first stitch here, going to yarn over and just pull through, so you don't have to chain one here. You just yarn over and just pull through all 3 loops on your hook, and that is how you join the neck and the right shoulder. And then after that, just continue to half double crochet in each of the stitch across. Now this is how your work should look like when you have connected the right shoulder and the left shoulder with the neckline, and you are done with row 1. It will be counted as row 1. Now let's continue with row 2, chain 2, and just turn your work around and just half double crochet in each stitch across, and going to continue with this pattern until row 27. Now I'm done with 27 rows, and I'm not going to cut off the yarn from the ball. I'm gonna let it attach to join the sleeve later on. And just like the front part, we're gonna leave 30 stitches unworked for both sides. So just count 30 stitches on both sides and place a stitch marker. Now you're going to change yarn, join a new yarn, insert your hook after the stitch marker. Just pull the yarn and just chain 2 and half double crochet in the same stitch, and continue to half double crochet in each of the stitch until you reach the next stitch marker. Now you're going to stop before the stitch marker, and you should get a total of 74 half double crochet. Now for the next row, just chain 2, turn your work around, and just continue to half double crochet in each stitch across. So you're going to continue doing this until row 54, and then you're going to chain color and just continue until row 81. Now when you are done with all 3 colors, you should get a total of 81 rows. And now let's continue to join the side seam. Now flip your work facing the wrong side and align the sleeve. And remember, before this I didn't cut off my yarn, it's still attached to the yarn ball. And I'm just going to continue to join with a single crochet, chain 1, insert your hook in the first stitch of both sleeve, and just join with a single crochet. Now I'm done joining the sleeve. I'm just gonna chain 1 and cut off the yarn. Now I'm going to join the side with the same yarn color. Now insert your hook in the last stitch of the sleeve. Pull up your yarn, and then you're going to chain 1 and just continue to join the side seam with single crochet, and you want to make sure that the rows are properly aligned with each other, so double check as you join the side seam. when you are done joining this color, going to chain 1 and cut off the yarn. Now we're gonna do the same with this color. Join the yarn with chain 1 and just join the side seam with single crochet. You can also use a darning needle to sew the side seam if you don't want to join with a single crochet. Okay, now we are done with this side, so just cut off the yarn and continue to join the side seam and sleeve of the other side. So for this side, it is not attached to the yarn ball anymore, so you're going to join the yarn again, insert your hook in the first stitch of both sides, and then grab your yarn, pull through both stitches, chain 1, and you're going to single crochet in the same stitch again, and just continue to join with single crochet till the end of the sleeve. And when you reach the side seam, just cut off the yarn and continue to join like how we did on the other side. And when you are done joining the side seam, just flip your work to the right side up. And that's all for the tutorial. I hope you like it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.